professional fisherman Dustin Wilkes, here to talk about Culprit's new creature bait called the Incredicrawl. Awesome new bait. I'll tell you a lot of things about this that separates it from the pack. I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about the features of the Incredicrawl. First, starting from the head all the way to the tail, we've got rings up in the front that allow it to slip through the cover. The more rings you have, the less resistance it gets catching on weeds and logs and other things. Also, we've got crayfish detail, just like the exoskeleton in the crawfish. But what that does is allow you to rig your hook just perfectly. You want your hook to be right in the center of where the two exoskeleton of the crawfish comes together, right in the middle, so you have your hook lined up so you don't get any twisting and it falls correctly. On the sides of the bait, we have three really low profile legs on each side. When that hits the bottom, they spread out momentarily and just flare. And a lot of times you get bites on this bait, as soon as it hits the bottom and those legs just flare out like that, it looks really alive and it looks nervous, like it's trying to protect itself when those legs pop out. We've got pinchers on the crawdad that are turned sideways, and this provides some 3D look to the bait. If you look at a real crawfish, their pinchers are turned up and down for the most part. And the antennas is where we went a little bit astray from a real crawfish, just to provide action. Antennas come back, and then we have two curly tails on the end. When the bait hits the bottom, those things continue to move and open up and spread out, making the bait look really alive. If you want it to have less action, you simply cut those off, and you have a almost identical crawfish looking bait. And when I fish with it that way, I want it to have a more erratic fall, and then when it gets to the bottom, I want it to be really subtle. So, again in review, use the curl tails when the fish are more aggressive, or if you want the bait to fall perfectly straight, like you're pitching holes in grass, or if you're fishing specific places in wood where you want it to fall right to the base of something. If you want an erratic fall, cut the tails off, and this thing goes crazy on the way down.